Good day, Doctor. We are from Group GoodTrace, and this is our system demonstration video. So, this is the employee part. So, every employee that uses the system has to sign up. So, they have to insert their staff ID and create a username and password. And then sign up. Then they can log in into the system using the same registered details. Next, this would lead to their dashboard. So there will be a welcoming note saying hello City Honeys, the employee's name. Next, the employee can go to this form column and fill up this report complaint form. So they can fill up the personal details. And then pick their department, their gender, contact details, their email, next column would be the incident details. Here they can choose the case category that they would want to complain on. Next, they can fill up this part, the description of the incident. Next, date and time of the incident. Next, name and position of the person involved. And also if there are any witnesses. Then the employee can click submit. After that, a note will pop out saying new report added successfully. Next, they can go to the process and feedback to check their case status. Under the action, there will be view. Here they can view their case. Besides that, there's also a Q&A column. Here they can ask their questions. For example, the employee can ask, they can ask a question and click submit. And this would direct to the HR department. Besides that, there are also column for frequently asked questions. Here are some of the questions that's been frequently asked and also the answers. And lastly, once the employee is done, they can log out.
Okay, so now I will be demonstrating on the human resource system. Firstly, HR need to sign up their detail first before logging into the system. So after it has been created successfully, now they can log in their details. So after logging in, HR user will be redirected to the dashboard. So on dashboard will appear the HR username after they have logged in. So there are 3 cards here which specifies each process of the card report, of the case report. So when click the card, it will appear the new report list, in process report list, and also closed report list respectively. So it has the number of the case appear on each of the card, which give alert to the company, especially on the new cases. So as for the chart analysis, We provided two graphs for this company to analyze the case reports in this system. The first chart is pie chart, which shows the cases by category. So each case category is counted as an overall number, or regardless of month and year. So we can see here the misuse of power has been a very large majority, and the least case are fraud, cybercrime, and also bribery or corruption, which have one case each. So next, for the line chart, we use the case by month for the year of 2022. So we can see here that in the first half year of 2022 have no cases, which since this system established in July 2022, so therefore we can see the line is rising up from June to October, which the cases are increasing and also remain stable for the 3 months, and then drop on the November and rise again in December. So these charts are easily and understandable for the management and also HR to evaluate the overall cases, and also have a good decision making for the company's strategy. So next, in Q&A section, if there is any new messages received, new question received, it will appear the number shown here. So here we can see the question is, how long will it take to settle a case? So we can click the answer button to answer the question. So if the question is similar in one of the FAQ, frequently asked question, so the HR can just reply, please refer to the FAQ, thank you. Since this question is a new question which may be relevant to the system, so the HR can answer within 1 week if the case is not serious. Okay, so after that we can press submit button to save the answer, and then done button is to change the question status from new to complete. So we can see here the question has a 0 number here, since we have a 0 incoming question. So from here we can see that in FAQ section, the HR can decide which question and answer which are relevant to be posted on the employee's FAQ. So once the HR has clicked the post button for, let's say, this the last question, the reason question, if the HR posted the question, this question and answer will appear on the employee's FAQ, which they can view from their system. So for the case report and process will be demonstrated by my groupmate. Thank you.
Now I will continue for the process in the system. So as HR has logged into the account, they can see the status of all reported cases. So as we can see here, there are alerts for 2 incoming new cases to be processed by HR. So HR can click on the new case, which will bring to the new report list. Here, HR can click view to analyze the case details before proceed to the next step. So the case ID and all the incident details will appear on the screen as HR click the view button. As we can see here, HR either accept if the case is relevant and reject if the case is not relevant. If HR click accept button, it will bring the case to next process, which is in progress case. But if HR click reject, it will store the report in reject case in SQL. Accept, and then after accepting the case, HR can click next to go to in process report list. So the case will appear here after the management have clicked accept.
Then HR can click on update button to update the case details. Here there are only 4 information that can be updated, which is the meeting date, case severity, meeting remarks, and approved by who. For meeting, if the reported case is not so serious, there will be no meeting and HR will solve the problem herself. As for meeting remarks, it is the output conclusion from the meeting, or if there is no meeting, it will be conclusion from HR for the case. The content for meeting remarks section is what action has been taken and how to improve the internal control to control the crime in the company. As for the approved by section, if HR wanted to close the case, HR need an authorization from upper management to approve the case investigation details before close the case. So here are the example, and then HR can click update button to update all the information. So if all the details are complete, HR will click on action button, which is complete, to update the case status to complete case. If the detail is still blank, means that the case is under investigation. So as we can see here, all the information has been updated, so HR can click complete. And then HR can click next button to go to the closed report list. Here will appear all the closed cases. So HR can view the previous case detail by clicking the view button. So here is the example. We click view. Then all the completed case detail will appear to be reviewed as approved and for the company records. Then next function is the reports function. So if the HR click on the report function, it will be direct to all the report of the cases, including new or reject, in progress, and complete cases. So HR can search for the cases in the search bar. They can search for case that they wanted to review, or if the management asks for the case or what, so they can search for that. So it will be easier for HR to search for a case that they wanted to review. Okay, then for example, if they click the view, okay, so here the case ID and case detail will appear on the screen as followed. Okay, so that's all will be for our whistleblowing system. I will be with you, 그대여.